Hey family, it's Tasha MAMABEAR Prepping. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel where we just talk about emergency preparedness. We talk about really what me and my family do, and hopefully that helps you spark some interest, spark some ideas of things and ways to prepare yourselves and your own families. So today I want to get into it. I've got kind of a list, I guess. It's 9 ways or 9 things to start doing right now. Super important that with all the things going on, and this kind of sparked more thought process from the question I got the other day that I spoke about on the other video a couple days ago, which was, it's very overwhelming. What do you do? How do you prepare? And I alluded to, hey, it's food, water, meds first, and then you can concentrate on grid down, and hopefully that helps new preppers, anybody who's new to the channel, new to prepping, new to preparedness, new to just figuring out how to do things yourself and for yourself. What to do. So basically, or where to start. Basically, this list just kind of goes over some more things that are super important to be making sure you're doing, things to do right now, things to keep you busy that will help you for the future. So number 1 I have is stockpile. Stockpile, right? Water, food, beds. Stockpiling the basic things that you use every single day, making sure that you have more than one thing of supplies of that, right? You have enough to last you 6 months. You have enough to last you a year. That will help your family be comfortable in the time frame of an event, however long that is, whether it's days, weeks, months, a year. You have the things that will help you guys continue to somewhat have some normalcy in your life, and the stress won't be there, the panic won't be there, and your survival depends on it, right? If you have not stockpiled food and water, and we go through something where food and water is scarce, that's a problem, and we're going to have people die off because they have not prepared and they do not have those basic necessities. Next thing I have is learn, right? We're still sponges, and so you still have time to learn a skill set, learn how to do something, learn how to do CPR, right? Learn how to cut down trees, learn how to cook, learn how to whatever, you name it, right? You still have time to do that. I still to this day have not gotten my ham radio license. I need to do that. So learn the skills, learn how to do stuff, learn how to set an IV, learn how to the basics, right? Blood transfusion, whatever, right? How do you do the basic things? Hey, somebody breaks their arm. How can you set that? Whatever it is, what is a skill set? Learn how to do it, learning how to build, learning how to do different things, okay? So learn a skill. Number 3 I have is move your money. So I'm not a financial expert. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do your money, but I firmly believe that you should not have all your eggs in one basket. You should definitely not have all your cash just sitting in a bank, not doing anything for you. You should be buying assets, which for me, assets is preparedness items, is food, water, meds, right? Whatever you're going to get, right? Diversify your money. Put it in different places, have options, give yourself options, and be ready. Number 1 thing is be ready and have cash, and know that if the banks crash, you're not going to lose your mind because your whole life savings is in that bank account, okay? Number 4 thing I have is prepare for a grid down, right? Short term, long term. What does this mean? What has happened? Is this just an isolated event? Is this the whole country? Is this an attack, an actual enemy attack? Like what got us to the point where there was no power anymore? Is it a grid failure? Is it, some sort of, catastrophic event that then took down the grid system? Like, what is it exactly? How long it will last? But you're preparing for that. You're preparing for possibly power to never come back, right? So it goes from one part of the spectrum, just you lost power for a couple hours, to we never get power back again, right? EMP hit, whatever, okay? So think that through. Think about the things that you would want in your house and get those things. Another thing to do right now is pick a livestock and raise it. Learn how to raise animals, because that is a direct correlation to being self-sufficient. It doesn't matter if you get some kind of small flock, some kind of small bird. It doesn't have to even be chickens. There's many things that you can get. And so it's almost like gardening. Pick a crop and just learn how to grow it, right? Same thing, right? Do your research, pick some animals, learn how to breed them, boys, girls, companionship, all the things that you need, all the, what food, backup foods, options, medicines, vitamins, minerals, just all the different things that they need, bedding, you name it. But you pick an animal, you learn everything you can about it, you learn how to take care of it, you learn how to breed it, and then you move on to the next. So teaching yourself to do it, direct correlation to being self-sufficient, which is the name of the game. Preparedness should be a gateway to getting to that lifestyle of being ultimately prepared, which is being self-sufficient, only depending on yourselves and being ready for anything. The next thing I have is start cooking. If you do not know how to cook, teach yourself how to cook, learn how to cook, but learn how to cook with basic ingredients. A lot of people today, they might know how to cook, but you have all these recipes that you pull from different social media places, right? And it has just 1,000 ingredients, right? Or it has a ton of preservatives and extra stuff, or it has pre-made items in it, right? It's something that's already been put together for you and you're just adding that to the recipe, where that's completely different than knowing how to cook, learning how to take whole ingredients, put them together, and make a delicious meal, okay? And that is super important to be able to do that, because as we move forward in a catastrophe, you're not going to have all the pre-made stuff. You're not going to have all that stuff with preservatives. You're not going to have, the 50 ingredients that this recipe calls for. These, and half of it is spices, right? It's just not necessary at all, okay? So what are the basics with cooking, how to cook the basics with cooking, and how to cook with whole ingredients, which is going to be difficult even for people who cook every single day, because they're used to cooking those quick things that make life easier for us, make you able to cook something much quicker, okay? So start cooking, or learn to cook if you do not know how to. 7 is learn to garden. I talk about that on this channel a lot, the importance of learning how to get your hands dirty and grow something from a seed in the ground, in a pot, wherever, indoors, outdoors, learning how to do that. That's a learning curve there. And every year, I learn something every year. I've only been doing this 3 years. I think this is my 4th year. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is my 4th year. And I'm telling you, it's amazing, because you just get more knowledge. I am 10 times more proficient this year than I was even last year. So you just continue to learn about gardening, learn what works, what doesn't work for your area, right? Everything is different depending on where you live. And that is important to do that. It's important to learn that, because that could literally be your family's survival, that food to offset your full stockpile, okay? Number 8 is secure and fortify. Always continually be thinking about securing your home, fortifying your home, how to keep your family safe, how to make it better, how to make it stronger, how to make it more of a hard target and not a soft target. And this goes for your personal surrounding, right? Hardening your car every time you leave with your car, hardening your family every time you guys go and go somewhere, and everybody's head on a swivel and understands the things that could happen and how to react if they did happen. So secure and fortify and staying strong. And then my last one, number 9, is go Grayman. And that's just, not letting people know your business, not letting people see you get stuff delivered, groceries delivered, the stuff you bring in when you go to the grocery store, not seeing all the bags of stuff you bring in, the stuff you buy, your Amazon. This is, cyber security stuff, protecting yourself in a lot of ways, going cyber, not letting stuff, this is not talking about preps, talking about that stuff. There used to be a time where you talk to family, hey, have you thought about prepping? Have you thought about stockpiling? Are you getting ready? Oh man, this is crazy. And we've gone from kind of that to, no, we don't tell people. I've literally thought of closing down this channel and being completely done with it and just going 100% Grayman and moving and doing that when I move. And then nobody knows anything. Nobody knows where we went, anything, right? Because there is a target, there is a sense of, hey, I'm exposed, we're out there, right, because of what I do. But in general, just your everyday, do not let people just see and know everything about you. Somebody comes in your house, you have visitors, even friends. Don't be having preps just out everywhere, food stacked up everywhere where somebody can see all the, the bathroom, they're being nosy, they look underneath and they see you have 50 tubes of toothpaste or whatever it is, right? My point is that they're like, what are you doing? Are you some kind of hoarder? Like, what is this about, right? So not letting people see stuff and hiding stuff in plain sight, so that, if you have maintenance people come in or you have whatever, that you're able to have stuff situated in a way where people are not just seeing stuff and being like, well, what is going on there? Why do you have so much of that, right? And now they know. Once they know, right? And you can't get away from that. And this is Grayman. This is, even your backyard, your yard. Every single time we do something or add an aspect to our backyard or whatever, I always am thinking about, what can the neighbors see? What can the neighbors find out about us from peeking over the fence, right? Can they see the rain barrels? Can they see the garden? Can they see this? Can they, what can they, what are their thought process of, okay, now they know we have chickens, so that's it. I mean, they know we have chickens, right? So just some things to think about. That's where your security and fortification comes in as well, is part of that is concealment, cover, that type of thing, okay? When you're thinking about that area, okay? Go Grayman. Stop telling people stuff. Stop showing them stuff and making sure that they can't see everything that you're doing, okay? All right. I did a video actually of going Grayman. It did actually pretty good. Maybe I'll post that in the description box. You guys could check that out. If you guys haven't joined us over at Patreon, I would love to have you over there if that's a way that you want to support me in a monetary fashion, obviously. If not, hey, hang out with me over here. That is perfectly fine. I hope that you guys are doing good though, right? You're getting your gardens going. You're enjoying maybe hopefully a little bit better weather. A little bit better energy, right, than coming out of the winter weather, fall weather, all that. But I know some of you guys are still going through it. So safe travels. People are starting to get on the roads. Kids are starting to finish school. Just high energy right now, I'm feeling from a lot of people, and just keep that, but head on a swivel. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Things are crazy out there. Things are crazy, okay? And they're just going to get crazier, okay? So be safe, be well, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.